Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWADAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my YAHAWAH and AHPARYAM out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson, and today I want to go into voting does not matter. Now, personally, I don't really know if this video is going to be allowed to stay up, so I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. All right. So now, the reason why I, want to bring this up is because during the 2016 election, yes, 2016, when it was Hillary versus Trump, okay, I had noticed something, okay, and I wrote this down because when I first thought of the idea, it had to be written down, okay. So I'm going to be reading for the most part. During the presidential election, 2016, I believe, Hillary versus Trump. So on the very first day that they announced, okay, voting is open. You guys can come, vote for who you want and whatnot. Okay, so that happened, and then like a few minutes after, a few minutes after they allowed it to go by, they already announced that there was a winner. So I'm like that was incredibly fast. Okay, and the reason why, because I remember this, is because I was of age to go and vote myself. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm sitting here thinking maybe I will go and vote, just as a joke and whatnot. But then I clearly did not get an opportunity to, and this was before I was in the truth. So this was before I was in the truth. So I didn't really care about the politics, not because I was ignorant to it, but just because, at the end of the day, even when I was not in this truth, I knew that all that politics had absolutely nothing to do with me and was not going to help me out in any way, shape, or form. Okay, and honestly, a lot of, people that I knew at the time, we were all on the same page. We knew that, this is just a waste of time. Like, we don't even need to bother. All right. So, initially I was like, okay, wow, that was very fast. Within an hour, within a few minutes or something like that. That's pretty quickly. That's pretty strange. Okay, and then I thought, okay, well, I guess, more people voted for Donald Trump. Okay, I guess America shows that they're racist or whatever. So then, I'm over here this was, again, I'm telling you all this with minimal to no knowledge on a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna slowly work my way into letting you know some of these. Figured out I found out, not just now, but way back when. Okay, so after that happened, okay, and I think that was my first year of college, if I remember correctly. So that was my first or second year of college, and I had taken a class. I was in a class that they were basically talking about politics. I don't remember the name of it, and they were talking about oh, this is why we all need to vote. You all are old enough to vote. Blah blah blah. Do X, Y, and Z, stuff like that. We all need to vote. Blah blah. And then I'm like, okay, wow, whatever. I don't care. It still has nothing to do with me. And then let me go back or refer back to my notes. Hillary lost the election. Okay. Now the problem with that is Hillary didn't lose because more of the population of America didn't vote for her. Okay, so if we look at this, Hillary Clinton officially wins popular vote by nearly 2.9 million. So almost 3 million people more than Trump voted for Hillary over Donald Trump. Okay, and again, this all was decided within like the hour, a few hours of them opening up voting. All right, so I didn't think about it. You know, honestly, I think it really is. It really goes to show you that they really did not want Hillary winning. And now I'm not telling you this is what happened, but speaking as a man, in my own opinion, I honestly believe that they cut the voting short because it probably looked like Hillary was going to win. Number two, a lot of people at the time, or young people, or people around my age or whatever, my generation, if you want to call it that, they actually were motivated and they got out and said, oh yeah, we want to get the first woman president elected and whatnot. So like, I was hearing that a lot. Okay, they did a whole bunch of motivation to get people to go out and vote, and I was like, okay, yeah, still nothing. So ultimately, it has nothing to do with me, Slakia, but just honestly letting you know. All right, but yeah, with that, there was also something where you could auto register your vote before the actual vote ballots or whatever starts. And I guess from that, in addition to the first day, they just said, okay, well, yeah, Trump won. We're just gonna say Trump won or something like that. So it really is just like they didn't want Hillary to win for whatever reason. Okay, maybe because she was a woman, she didn't have their best interests at heart, or I really don't know. I don't care. It just this is basically what we have as facts. Okay, she won. She had almost 3 million people voting for her. Almost 3 million more people voting for her rather than Trump. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, so okay, Slakia. In addition, I did a video. I had done a video not too long ago talking about how stuff like this, it's a trend. Okay, it's very much so a trend for people to want to think a certain way / do a certain thing. Okay, it was very trendy to want to vote for Hillary, and I dare say it was probably trendy to want to vote for Barack. Okay, and with that in mind, that's what a lot of these young people who were actually allowed to vote. Like, I think you have to be 18 or something like that to vote. All of them that did that, that's the results of that's what they attempted to do. Okay, now that being so trendy at the time, they're trying to push this agenda, the whole women are equal to men, feminist type thing. Okay, it honestly, I was thinking, for me, I was personally thinking, who, and again, I want to let you know, this was before I was in the truth. Now I was thinking, who could fuck up America more? Some people were making good arguments for Hillary, but then again, Trump might be that person to fuck everything up. That's like what I was thinking. All right, I thought it was very funny, and I thought I was pretty hopeful in one of them doing the thing, the world being put to an end. All right. Oh, actually, Sluggy, I was in the truth. I was in the truth, but I wasn't taking it seriously, as in I wasn't keeping the laws. I just knew I was an Israelite. So Sluggy about that, I was in the truth. I was hoping that I was going to go vote for whoever was going to, fuck up America faster. That's who I was thinking about going to vote. But now the problem with voting is in this precept, Deuteronomy 17:15, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Most High thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So we cannot have a non-Israelite ruling over us. Okay, so voting is a sin. We can't have someone. We can't go. Yes, we are in captivity. Okay, but we can't go partaking in that. And in addition to speaking of partaking, okay, I always thought it was weird. Okay, because don't tell me, Slakia, even back then, when I was in that political class, they were getting mad and saying, "Oh, this is why we need to vote," blah blah blah. And it was one Edomite student and one or Middle Eastern whatever professor that was saying, "Oh, you guys need to go vote, you're the future, blah blah blah." Okay, so with that, I don't know why. Let me mute this so you guys won't get annoyed by that. So now, the thing that made me go like, why are they talking like that? It's like, I lost my train of thought, Slakia. So I was thinking like, why are they talking like that? Like, what's the big deal about this whole voting thing? Okay, like it really just does not matter. My vote does not matter. Okay, and then in all honesty, it does not matter because more people Hillary, but Hillary still lost. Like, how can people talk like that? How can people say go vote when in actuality our vote really does not matter? Like, this is proof of it. This is proof. Let's Google what popular vote is. What is popular vote? Okay, popular vote. This is from Wikipedia.org. Popular vote in an indirect election is the total number of votes received in the first phase election as opposed to the votes casted by those elected to take part in the final election. So what this is the first phase is the people, the actual population, and the second phase is the electoral college that actually decides. Like, it's like a small number of people. And funnily enough, I did not remember this at the time, but I learned this in I believe it was high school. My teacher I learned it in high school. And then again, it's really, I thought it would be more representative of the population, but in fact it's not. It's so say 100 people are represented by one person. If those 100 people want to vote, let's say out of the 100 people, 70 of them say vote A, okay, and then the 30 say vote B, and then the one person that's elected by those 100 people, that person B, even though a majority of them voted A. Okay, so that's basically how it went down. Okay, once again, kind of proving that voting does not matter. And then back to the trend of it is, it really just does not make sense because it's not based in logic. It doesn't make any logical sense for people to be getting mad, getting angry, saying that, oh, you guys need to go vote, blah blah, everyone needs to go vote. It should be illegal for people to not vote. Voting should be mandatory for every, citizen, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And now, again, it's just, it really doesn't make any sense. Like, how? How can people say that? Like, it really baffles me that people think so strongly in it. And in my, once again, speaking as a man, in my opinion, I honestly think it has something to do with some sort of, like, wicked practice that they want us, that not just, well, possibly just us, they just want us to partake in. Like, it has to be, there's no other explanation to it. Like, why else would they be so adamant about telling people to vote? Okay, let me get this. Exodus chapter 23 verse 2, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. So the first part, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Okay, so at the time, once more, people were saying that, it's just picking a lesser of the two evils, because a lot of people were saying that, they don't like Hillary, they don't like Trump, they're both bad, they would both make bad presidents. We just have to pick the lesser of the two evils. That's basically what they were saying. So again, just don't. We have no obligation to go and do so, as well as we shouldn't have any obligation, because, quote unquote, land of the free. So why wouldn't they, give us the option to not do so? Okay, but of course, at the end of the day, it's them being hypocritical. They want to pick and choose when people say, oh, land of the free, but then they want to subject people to certain I guess obligations. Yeah. All right. And again, at the end of the day, it's a very wicked thing, very wicked practice, and partaking in it, we shouldn't be trying to the two evils when ultimately neither of them truly matters. It's been how long that we're still in such a I believe Ice Cube said it, we're stuck such a huge wage gap, even with all the so-called black elected in all these different offices. Okay, like it's not really, there's no real change happening. All right, but with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I hope this also was eye-opening. Anyone who was any Israelite, not just so-called blacks, but the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, also, don't go voting. It's not for us. Just stay out of that. All right. And with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWADAH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And with that, I want to say shalom.